All right, guys, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Shin, joined as always by my co-host, Jay Lee.
Hello.
And today, our two very special guests have never been on the podcast, actually, by the way. It's our friends, Crystal and Kelly.
Hello.
Hello. I feel like I could have done that better, but it's okay. Sometimes the podcast gets off on a little rough foot. Kelly and Crystal, how are we doing today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I heard you guys just went climbing.
Yeah, a little tired.
In the morning,
Yeah.
It's been, today's like usually a pretty chill day. We usually climb on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
How long are your sessions usually?
It depends. I mean, Sunday we went to Sadang and we were there for like 4 hours, I guess, right?
Holy shit.
I think on the weekend you can go for longer. I don't usually go for that long during
Yeah.
the week, like 2 hours or something, because I have to work. So
Okay, Kelly, you're like a really skilled climber. And you're really good too, Crystal. But I'm
okay.
we're going to give Kelly her flowers right now. Okay, live. I've climbed with you once or twice, and you're just really good. You're good at explaining it. You're good at, you make it look easy, I guess.
Oh, thank
you. So did
you.
do you start climbing when you were younger, or did you just pick it up in Korea?
I started climbing in Korea, like
Wow.
maybe 3 or 4, maybe probably 4 years ago. I started, and then I got more into it like 3 years ago. But yeah, I mean, here I feel like it's really easy to climb because there's so many gyms. Like we even bumped into like a dad and his 2 sons, and they were kids from Washington who were like competition climbers and stuff.
Whoa.
But they're like, there's 15 or like 20 gyms in Washington State, and there's 150 gyms in Seoul. So
they
it's just
moved to Korea for his kids?
No, they were on vacation, but
Okay.
they're like, it's so amazing here. He was like, I wish I could bring the kids here like
Damn, that's so
all the time.
It's
but
wild to think that
they have to go to
Korea
school.
has more climbing gyms than like the Pacific Northwest.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Blows my
because,
mind.
Like
Well,
Washington
people go
State,
outside, I guess.
That's
I think
true, yeah, they
climbing
have
is more of
actual-
an outdoor sport
Right,
traditionally, and
yeah.
then like here for younger people, I think it blew up because you can do it indoors and it's so accessible, but
Yeah.
it's like also a specific type of climbing, bouldering.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, but here it's really fun to do as a hobby because it's just like so easy to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Crystal, then you've been climbing about the same time as Kelly, or?
No, actually, Kelly was the one that got me into climbing.
Finally converted somehow.
Yeah. I think it was like, I think I've been climbing like 11, almost a year now, 11 months. At first, I didn't want to do it because I went with her and then I was like, oh no, I can't do anything. Like,
Yeah. That's
I have
how
no
I
muscle.
Feel. That's how I feel.
well, especially if you go with someone who's like very advanced.
Yeah.
I can see how
It's kind of like, you know, like when
discouraging.
you want to go skiing with somebody, but like they don't know how to ski, but like you want to ski.
Oh, yeah.
Because like you're going on
No,
the
that
slopes.
happened last year. Chloe went skiing with us and she didn't know how to ski, and we all had to draw straws of who,
Oh no!
who had to teach
you
her.
need like their also beginner friend to
Exactly.
come or something, so they
Yeah.
can go to the bunny
Exactly, because
slope.
I was like, I am not wasting precious ski time to teach a newcomer. Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. But I felt like, oh, I started this thing. I want to see how far I can go. So then I just kept going and was consistent, and I've moved up a color level or grade or whatever.
Yeah.
So it took me a long time, but I feel like it was worth it in the end. Like I feel stronger, healthier.
You look great. You guys are off to a great start this new year. I can already see it. You guys are glowing.
Thank you from the climbing this morning. The weekly glow.
I like bragged to Jay last week. I was like, bro, I worked out. And he's like, good for you, man. Like so supportive. I was like, yeah, dude, I think next week I might hit up the gym with you. I did not work out once
Is
since
that
that day.
is that one of your goals this year?
It's
or not
so
really?
cliche, right? But every January, I'm like, I'm not gonna drink. I'm gonna like work out like 3
Speaking
times
of.
a week. You know, I'm like gonna do all these things. This is the first year where I think I kind of blew through all the resolutions within days. Like days of like, you know what? No, I'm gonna drink. Fuck that. Or like, I don't want to work out. I want to sleep. Like, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
what
weird.
was it about last year? Like we all of us did like a dry period, right?
It
like,
helped. Last year helped because Sue, who's like the matriarch of this group, was not drinking, and her not drinking did have a sort of spillover effect, I'd say. But I feel like also last year we were just in a different headspace, all of us. You know, I think
Yeah.
we were just more motivated to like, I don't know, do better. I don't know what it was.
Did doing the dry period make you like drink less afterwards, or do you feel like you just went back to
Yeah.
normal eventually?
Me personally, ever since I got married, my drinking has probably gone down like a lot, actually. So even on nights I binged last year, they were nothing in comparison to the olden days where we would just get routinely fucked up.
olden days.
Yeah, I think the most I drank the past year was because my friend got married, and so a lot of people were visiting, and I was like, oh, I don't like this feeling anymore. Like, I don't want to be that hungover, like throwing
Yeah,
up.
like you guys remember for Saul's birthday a few weeks ago. I feel like
Yes.
that was one of the few times I actually like got drunk with people. It's been a while since I've done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like, you know, we started at getting tacos, we ended up at that bar, right? Like throughout the night, I was casually drinking, and by the end, I was hammered. I don't remember leaving that bar. Like I think Jay
You
and
seemed
I,
in good spirits though.
Yeah.
I was very
not
That was a
fun
leaving.
night. That was a
both of
very
you
fun
felt-
night.
you
Oh,
guys were like-
Saul was fucked up.
Saul was. I was
sleeping.
concerned for, but everyone else just seemed like happy.
Yeah,
to
I was
be,
very
kind of,
happy. Yeah. It's always fun to hang out in Hongdae.
You don't remember being
Yeah.
like, now, Kevin, take him home to Seoul.
Did I say
Yeah, I
that?
was like, oh, okay.
But yeah, so the New Year's kind of off to a rough start for me, but it's all good. Would you say that? So you guys are both from the South.
Yes.
So we've got one person who grew up in Texas, but kind of all over the United States, Kelly, right?
Yeah, here and there.
And then where did you grow up then? Because I thought it was like, I wanted to say Midwest because I thought it was like Illinois or something.
Wait, Alabama?
yes.
Yeah, that's right. Alabama.
Not Illinois.
In the back of my head, I was like, it's the widest state you can think of. But I was like,
Yes.
don't say it, Aaron.
Rainbow,
Because you might be
Alabama.
wrong.
But that I remember
Roll
when
Tide.
I remember when you told me that for the
Yeah.
first time. I was shocked because and whenever I meet a Korean person who's not from LA, basically I'm shocked, but especially Alabama.
Yeah, I
'cause-
think a lot of people are shocked because I don't sound like I'm from the South.
Yeah, you don't.
And maybe, I don't know, don't dress like I'm from the South. I don't know what it is. But yeah, also going to school in Philly, I think a lot of people are just like, oh, you're from Philly, you're from New York. And I'm like, actually,
You do have an East
know?
Coast vibe to you. And that's
Yeah.
meant to be a compliment, by the
No.
way. Although, if you had a Southern twang and like wore overalls and had like a straw hat, I would totally fuck with that too.
You have y'all sometimes.
yeah, I say y'all
comes
sometimes.
out.
Nice.
That's like maybe
That's your
the only
most
thing.
Southern
yeah.
thing that you say,
Mardi
probably.
Gras, it's happening right now.
Ooh, I guess
Shows
technically
there.
Mardi Gras is a Southern thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, like to set things straight, Mobile, where I grew up,
Mobile.
is actually the home of Mardi Gras.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's older than New Orleans, and so if you look at the structure of like downtown architecture,
Uh-huh.
it basically is the same as New Orleans.
Huh.
So it's just
How far of a drive is Mobile from
like-
NOLA?
I think if you're going, not the speed limit is like 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's not too
but
bad.
like 2.5, 3
It's
hours.
always a trip actually to like remember how the United States, it's like in California where we're from, I'm like, man, LA is 7-hour drive, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because for other states, it's like 7 hours would take you across like multiple state lines.
Totally.
Right.
So like a 2.5 hour
Totally.
drive is like chill as fuck.
Yeah,
you know
it's-
what I mean?
yeah.
That's easy.
and like 6 hours to Atlanta. So
ATL.
yeah,
Were you born in Alabama?
I was.
So why do you think you don't have a Southern accent? Did you like work very hard to pronounce your words growing up?
Honestly, I get asked this question a lot, and I'm also not really sure. But what I think it is that when I was growing up, I think my first language was probably Korean. And then for some reason, as a child, I was like obsessed with the news. I would just be watching people on the news. So I think that's like where I was getting like my English.
You learned
I
how to
had-
articulate better from like
Yeah.
newscasters.
Yeah, even though like my preschool teacher is definitely super Southern. I don't know. I felt like watching the news maybe helped me with like learning English in that kind of way. So I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
I have
yeah.
a very like non-regional kind of voice.
People
or
have said that
whatever.
about Jaehyun too, like her accent, even though she was born and
Yeah.
raised in Korea, but her accent, she has no like perceptible Korean accent,
Yeah.
but she also doesn't sound like she's from anywhere in particular. She
Yeah.
just speaks very well.
Because it's
you know?
crazy. I have a childhood friend. So she moved from Korea to the States when she was 12. But her mom remarried this guy who's like super Southern. So when she was like the first person, I was like, wow, you sound like a white Southern old lady or something. Like she had the deepest like Southern accent that I've ever heard in my life.
Do you guys like, and Kelly, you're from Texas or you grew up in Texas, but you don't have a Southern accent either.
I feel like a lot of people I grew up with did not have Southern or like Texan accents. I feel like some older people did especially if they're from that area, but a lot of my teachers didn't. And then a lot of my classmates, I don't know, maybe because we were like in a suburb of Dallas. And then also a lot of my friends were not well, they're all from like different cultures. Like I
Yeah.
had Indian friends or like Chinese friends or Sri Lankan friends, whatever. So they all had like different backgrounds, or they weren't just like from Texas. So maybe
Yeah.
that's why. I don't know.
It's funny because Jisoo's also from Dallas, and she said something similar too, like to that effect of like
Yeah.
just grew up around a lot of
It's
different.
pretty cosmopolitan,
Yeah,
I feel like. Yeah.
I've actually never been to Texas, so I have no idea.
It is big.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Oh, you never experienced Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you mean
Buc-ee's.
like the gas station grocery store?
Yeah, like a Wawa.
I've heard a lot about it, honestly. Do you guys recognize like Southern people if you see them in Korea? People from the South? Is there a way to I mean, they say Southern
give them the head
hospitality.
nod?
Yeah, is there exactly?
Like,
all right, all right.
I mean, I think anything super obvious you would also notice.
Okay.
I don't think there's like
Yeah.
a secret code that I would like
Yeah.
notice. Maybe Crystal has like
No, I feel like no, because then I'm like, if I think about it, it would just be like it could be anywhere, like just American, like the khakis, the flannel,
the khakis.
Yeah.
or like a polo shirt. I was like talking about this with somebody the other night actually. But yeah, it's like definitely like a polo, some khakis, some boat shoes.
maybe they're
sometimes,
like
a la
they
Kevin,
gotta-
Like the
or-
preppy, the like
Yeah, the
preppy
preppy.
southern, like the
Yeah.
sorority fraternity
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
Oh.
wear.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
a lot of Patagonia sometimes too, because
That's like
sounds,
everywhere in America.
yeah, sounds
exactly.
pretty
It's like-
standard.
yeah.
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then what drew both of you? This is a question for both of you. What drew you to come to Korea? I mean, obviously you are Korean. Kelly, are you half Korean?
Yeah, my mom's
You're
Korean.
half. So you are half Korean. I was
Yeah.
like, it could be Japanese. It could be any Asian.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So did you grow up speaking Korean at home?
I didn't speak a lot at home just because my mom like moved to the States when she was like end of elementary school, beginning of middle school.
So she like doesn't have an accent or anything.
Yeah,
probably.
she's like sounds super American. She grew up in Southern California, so she's like really tan too. 'Cause in the 70s, you know, everyone's just like wants to be tan,
Yeah.
and they put a bunch of like baby oil on, like lay out all day. They're like, this is fine. So yeah, my mom is pretty Americanized, but my Harmony and Haraboji like lived near us, and my grandma doesn't speak any English or didn't speak any English, so she was always speaking to my mom. My mom could only speak to her in Korean, so I heard it a lot, but I just like would say very simple things to her.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
When
I
did you
didn't go
move to
Korean
Korea
school.
then? How long ago?
It's been like 9.5 years, so
Nice.
it's been a while.
yeah, you're a lifer. They say after 7 years you're locked in. So
Well, I think because of my like work, because I don't have to like work in an office or like a traditional job, it'd be nice to spend more time like going back and forth or like spend a couple months there and like live here. But I think I'm really used to the comforts of living here.
yeah, I
now.
was gonna ask, are you in the habit of going to the States for months at a time, or were you at one point?
Not really. Like I usually go for 2 weeks a year or something
wow.
like that, just to like visit.
Yeah, that's
But,
very short.
Yeah, I don't go for like I don't know. I would be open to going for longer. It's harder with my husband's job because he's a photographer, so he has to like actually organize shoots and stuff, so he can't just leave for a really long time.
see.
But maybe a month would be
Yeah.
doable.
I feel like I know a lot of Korean Americans, myself included, that before I got married, I would go to America for like 4 months every year. It was the best. It was like my little vacation, my sabbatical.
Would you go during the summer when it's like really?
No, I could never go in the summer. But like right now, January, I'd be gone. I'd be in Palo Alto, California, drinking Phil's coffee.
Bills.
Wait, how about you, Crystal? What drew you to Korea? You've been here for a while too, though.
Yeah, I came to Korea in 2010, so it's been a long time, actually.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But a little bit of that, yeah.
Trying to do the
Like,
math.
Dude, I can't believe it's 2025.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
I can't believe like people can drink here at what they're like 2006.
Oh yeah. You mean
They're
like
born in
my
2000.
God.
Yeah.
06ers can drink
like
now?
when
Yeah.
they're checking an ID.
And in the States,
that's-
it's like 2004
insane.
or whatever. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I spent like 2-ish years in Beijing in that time. So I would say like probably like 11 years in
Did
Korea.
you have a sort of desire to, for me at least, it was like, oh yeah, I would love to live in Korea, at least for like a year or two, learn the language, kind of get into, and then it turned into like 13 years later, right? That's
Yeah.
what happened to me. I don't know if that you guys had similar sort of experiences.
I think mine was more like I had been to Korea when I was younger, and I didn't really. A lot of my cousins and my aunts and uncles came to visit us, but we never really like visited them as I got older. The last time I came to visit before moving here was World Cup 2002. So I was here the whole month and I was
Damn.
watching every game.
Hell yeah.
I went to see USA versus Portugal.
Wow.
My uncle scored tickets, and we were like in 5th row or something. It was
Wow.
amazing.
Wow,
That's a
really good.
formidable.
Yeah.
You love Korea. That means you love Korea.
Yeah. So
Except it was USA versus Portugal.
Yeah.
So.
I know.
That means you love America.
Did not score the Korean tickets. Those
Yeah.
sold out like.
Well,
that.
I'm sure. I mean, Portugal at that time was sick.
Yeah,
Luis Figo.
Yeah, I saw Figo's
Yeah.
last game basically because we kicked them out. USA kicked them out, I should say.
Figo's last game sounds like a short story by Philip K. Dick. I'm going to put that out there.
But why did I come? I honestly was like, I just wanted a change. I wanted to go somewhere else. I guess a lot of people would say that I'm adventurous, but I didn't really think that I would describe myself in that way until I like looked back and was like, oh yeah, I guess I did study abroad. I guess I did move to Korea. I guess I did move to China. Like,
No one thought that little girl from Mobile, Alabama would ever see the world.
yeah, but it started as like a let's just visit some relatives, and then quickly came to like a I don't want to go back home. Like
You never want to leave.
yeah.
So was it
yeah.
kind of accidental in a way?
A
Like you
little
didn't
bit.
intend to like move here necessarily?
I was like, I'll just stay for like like a month or something, and then after that month, I was like, oh, I need to get a visa and like get a job.
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah. Gotcha. What were your guys' biggest draws, I guess? When you came here, there must have been something that you were like, this is fucking awesome. And then there also must have been a few things you're like, this sucks. I hate this place. Does anything come to mind?
We were talking about our annoyances.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I like hated. I mean, there's definitely a lot of convenient things about living here because the city, whenever I go back to America or like recently I visited my parents in San Diego, I mean, just the fact that you have to drive everywhere and everything is not very like pedestrian friendly outside of like downtown or something.
Yeah.
So I just like being able to walk around and there's always something going on. There's like a lot of small places with atmosphere. So kind of feels like there's always something new happening, even if it's very like regular thing, like going out to eat or like having a coffee. There can be a sense of new and excitingness to life versus just like, oh, you get your Starbucks in the morning, go to work. And whatever. I don't know.
I think I didn't realize how much I liked Korea until I went back to visit for the
Mobile,
the States
Alabama.
for the first time. But it's like, oh, things are open late.
You're like, where's the dog cafe?
Oh yeah, things are open.
Yeah, things are open,
You
like,
forget
in
how
Korea?
early.
Yeah.
You forget how
Oh,
early things
yeah.
close in other places.
Yeah,
I guess that's actually a good
especially
point.
in like
Yeah.
You
small
can
towns.
always
for
get
sure.
what you want, pretty
Yeah.
much.
That's true.
That is
Yeah.
true.
but even just like, I liked how there are a lot of cafes, at least pre-COVID, where there are 24-hour cafes. So you didn't have to like stay out and drink all night, but people were definitely still just out of the house. Especially in Alabama, you can't do that. You have, again, similar to LA or like Atlanta or whatever, you have to drive everywhere. So
Yeah. It's also
so
true
annoying.
because like Koreans love to not be in their apartments. You know, like
Yeah.
that's a big part of the culture of like you live in a little shitty 1-bedroom koshiwon that you all you do is sleep there, and then every other waking hour you're at a cafe or you're rock climbing or you're trying to become a model. I don't know what
I
Korean
guess that's
people
like
do.
most urban,
I
like
guess
super
so.
dense cities.
Although-
Like the whole
Yeah.
point, like why you pay that expensive rent in the small places because you
You
spend
want
a lot
access.
of time outside.
You want access, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet I'm just such the opposite. Like even when I lived in New York, I never left my apartment.
Oh, really?
But I was just like, I'm a very easy person to please. I'm like beer and pot, and I'm just there. And
Good to
Netflix, like
go.
those three things together.
So Korea's missing an important factor. Yeah.
2 out of 3.
yeah. Speaking of Netflix, got to plug Singles Inferno season 4 is out today.
Oh, I watched it.
Did you already? Wait,
yeah.
only like 1 or 2
Oh.
episodes is
Four,
out.
four.
Okay.
Is the entirety
I
out,
haven't-
or is
no,
it
just
just
Four,
the-
first four.
First four.
First
I
four.
never
Jay
finished
wants-
season 2.
Jay wants to know though. Really?
Yeah.
Jay wants to know though. Are the people better looking this season than previous ones?
I mean, define better looking. I think it's.
Are they hot?
I mean, I feel like they're all hot. Are they not?
Yeah, but like
Isn't
I
that
feel
the
like
point?
didn't-
Don't they
Well,
have to be hot to be on the show?
That's the thing. It's just
No,
it's
that's
just
true.
subjective.
Yeah, I think
they,
it's
they're all very shiny and like hairless,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like in terms of your taste, is there like a guy who's like really hairless?
Well, actually, okay.
His hairlessness is next to
He's
God.
like a seal. He's a wet seal.
I'll say the guys this time are on the taller end.
That's good. Tall is good.
Yeah.
Coming from a short king, I can acknowledge tall is good.
And two of them were a surprise. Like one you will maybe recognize. And then another.
Yorisa? Is this Chef Edward Lee from Yorisa?
He's hot. He's hot for
like,
sure.
저는
Yeah. He's got some hair, but he's still hot.
남자야.
And then one I recognized, but I was like, wait, I don't really remember his name. I was like, who is this?
Oh, so they're like kind of influencer type, or like you've seen them on TV before.
One I saw, so the surprise, yes, I've seen on a Netflix show, actually.
Okay.
Like a reality show or a drama?
Physical 100.
Close.
Okay.
Oh,
Don't.
close.
Well, let's
Yeah,
not
I
play
think
the
it's
game.
There's only like three more.
I want to
list them all.
I would say it's closer to Physical 100 than it would be to a 흑백 요리 show.
Okay.
And then the one that I was like, who is this? Who is this? I knew what he did for a job. He's a model, but I couldn't remember his
Surprise.
name. So I was like looking him up on Instagram, like trying to figure out who it was. But I think he took his Instagram handle off because of the show.
Because he knew that he was about
Yeah,
to
they
Yeah.
don't. Do they just use their first name, right? Or like, do they know each other's names? Because they don't know a lot of information about each other.
Right.
So
And
this
so-
time
Right.
they have like the whole. It's a little. The format is a little different,
They know all
and
the
they
information.
give
So they
you
tell you
like-
all the information up front.
Yeah. He's a doctor. He's a model.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I want to marry the doctor.
I mean, they give you like their full name. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think mainly it's their occupation that gets hidden until
Yeah.
they
Their age.
And their
until-
age.
when their age,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah,
get
age is
They
important.
go on
Yeah.
the date.
But you know,
Yeah.
all these like 28-year-old guys, and there's will be like a 30-year-old girl, and they're all like, age doesn't matter. Whereas in my experience, even girls my age would be like, no. Actually, I married someone my age, but I got lucky. I feel like I would never have the balls to approach anyone a year or more older than me
Older than you?
in a romantic setting.
Like before, like did you have like an age range of like who you would date, like higher and lower?
I think
Yeah.
my dad had told me that 3 years younger was like the sweet spot, but he comes from that generation, right? Of like, you know,
Yeah, I've
I
heard
was
3 or
27,
4
your mom was
years.
24.
Yeah,
like that was a
yeah.
good age gap.
Yeah, whatever he did basically
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
right thing to do.
Exactly. Which also
Right.
growing up taught me like do not model your life after what your parents did. Which is ironic because as a kid that's all you know. But now I'm like, no, they did things completely backwards. They got married and had kids way too young. They had no idea what they were doing. They like effed us up because they were just struggling. But in any case, he always said 3 years younger, and then my grandma was like, do not marry anyone who's 4 years or more younger than you. Like she's like, I had like a premonition that's bad. So I married someone who's my age.
Just for you specifically.
Yeah, she's like, for you, it's got to either be like, 1, 2, or 3, but no more. Yeah.
So your dad was right.
Yeah, my dad. Exactly. Wait, how long have you been married, Kelly?
It's been almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah, it went by really fast.
Yeah, you guys got married in Korea, or did you have a ceremony in the States?
We had this. Well, we got legally married in the States. Like we went to the courthouse in like March of 2023, and then in May we had like a wedding in South Africa because my husband's from South Africa.
Oh, no way.
So like it was easier for his family and stuff because his parents are a little older and
Sure.
he has like siblings with kids and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
we had it there, and then my family just like flew over.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I went to South Africa for a wedding once, and it was
yeah?
like a
In Cape
30
Town?
in Stellenbosch.
Okay,
where it
yeah,
was-
yeah, nice. Yeah, near
It was-
Cape
Wine
Town.
country.
It
wine
was
country.
so awesome, but it was also the longest
So
flight.
far.
Oh my
It was the longest
god.
flight.
Yeah, there's like a few different routes you can go. Definitely the Emirates. That's the one to go with.
Where does that lay over though?
I think Qatar.
Qatar?
Yeah.
Because we stopped in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Oh, yeah, that's the don't do that.
That was the
because
one-
first
that
of all,
one
the
sucked.
airport is really bad. But
Is that
also,
where you got your?
Chris got food poisoning on the Ethiopian
I'm not
Airlines flight
surprised.
over to
I'm
Addis
so-
Ababa, I think.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Where is it that you got your? We had got bribed with chocolate.
Oh, that was in South Africa. Like I had because sometimes when we fly there, we'll go to like fly to Joburg. My husband has family there, and like his family lives in different places in the country, so we have to like fly around. So we took like a domestic flight from one city to another, and I had some like knitting stuff. So I had these like little embroidery scissors. They're like little baby scissors to cut like threads. And then the security guy was like, "There's something in your bag." He's like, "I'm gonna have to open it, and you're gonna." I think he was just like arrested. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Sir, can you explain more?" And he's like, "Arrested." I was like, "Oh, I don't think I'm understanding." He's like, "I'm gonna open your bag now." I was like, "Go ahead." And he was like, "What's this?" And I was like, "Is it the knitting stuff?" And he was like, He was like, "I'm going to have to take these." I'm like, "That's fine." But then I had some chocolate in my bag that I had just bought. And he's like, "I'll take this and you can keep your scissors."
Oh my
Dude. So it was like a forced bribe.
Yeah, it was a forced bribe.
I was like, I don't care, but this is also really weird.
So funny.
I just imagine him like opening your bag, like licking his lips. What do we have here?
He saw something he liked on the scanner. Like,
these scissors look like they're worth, I don't know, 2 Crunch bars.
It was just very bizarre.
Mm-hmm. South African airport workers are notorious for loving chocolates. You heard it here first.
Keep a couple spare Crunch bars in your bags in case you need to bribe someone.
Okay, so you got married 2 years ago, and you're in marital bliss.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like because we lived together for maybe 4 years or something before we got married, a lot of like, especially my Korean friends will ask me like, "Oh, how is it being married now? How's like life changed?" And honestly, I'm just like, it's the same.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
we're just used to kind of living like that already.
Totally.
Yeah. How about for you? Did anything?
Everything changed. Everything changed. I have to wear tape on my mouth when I go to bed at night.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like I have to wear clean underwear all the
I do
time.
snore.
Is it special tape?
It is special tape.
I've never heard of that.
It's special tape for adult snorers, and it's humiliating.
I've used just like Scotch tape.
Does it
before.
hurt? Like when
when I rip it off in the morning, I have like insane, like just really dry skin, but it's fine. It's whatever makes her happy. But other than that, everything is like, I mean, we didn't live together before we got married. But so like everything that could change when you like cohabitate with a new roommate, so to speak, did happen. But she's pretty like chill, except for the tape thing. Except for the tape. And she was kind of on my ass about drinking. You remember Jay? She was like so on my fucking ass about
That's
drinking.
good for your health.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelly.
As we're drinking.
Wait, how about you, Crystal? Wait, how's your dating life for the listeners out there?
I knew this was coming.
Oh.
It's non-existent.
You're not married?
No, single, but also not really looking. I feel like I don't know, like the apps are trash. Let's be real.
What, have you gone on a date recently or?
No.
Yeah.
Also, I haven't even like asked people like, "Oh, do you have anyone?" Because I feel like I'm at that place now too where I'm like, I like where I'm at. And if I add somebody into my life, it has to be positive. I don't want like stress. And I feel like dating can sometimes add stress, especially if it's like a situationship or like what are we type of thing. If it's
but
not-
you could just do the Korean girl thing, which is define the relationship like 10 minutes into the first date.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that.
But it works.
Does it?
Yeah, it works.
It worked on you?
I think Jay and I defined our relationship
Pretty early?
on the third date pretty early.
That's
but
pretty early.
We had 3 dates. I went to
Mm.
America for a month. And then we both were like on dates during that time. But I mean, I liked Jay, but I was like, yeah, let's see what else is out there. I went on one date in New York and it was so bad. I was like, wait a minute, this is God giving me a sign that like you need to just cut it out, man. Yeah, because I agree with you, man. The apps are trash. They were a lot of fun for a while,
Right.
You know, and almost like addictingly
It's when
fun.
it's shiny and new.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it's like for someone like me, it's exciting to meet a new person and be like, let me like try my best to like literally get you to like me, which is like which is really fun for me as a challenge, right?
Right.
And then at a certain point, I was like, no, I don't even want you to like me. I don't like myself right now. I'm like acting like a total asshole. I'm such a fuckboy. Like I'm hurting people. You know, I'm making bad decisions.
Yeah.
That's what the apps did to me as a person. So when I kind of like looked at it that way, I was like, yeah, it's pretty unhealthy. So I'm glad that I got off. But there are times when I'm hanging out with people, I'm like,
You want to swipe for
yeah,
them?
can
You're
I
like,
look at can I see who's
me
on the
live
market
vicariously
right now?
through you.
Can I check out the market? Yeah, just swipe for you. Like
Yeah.
Saul and I used to do that a lot before Saul met his current girlfriend.
Okay.
Right.
You guys know Saul. He's such a sad boy sometimes. He'd be like, oh, these apps suck. Here, take my phone. I'm like just swiping. But then sometimes, like in 2017, Saul was such a, what's the word? Whore?
Slut.
Yeah. Such a man whore.
word?
And he would just be like, yeah, man, I paid for this super like option. This is when the super liking just came out. And I was in a serious relationship at that time, and I was just sitting there jealous, just livid, just green.
I want to try to super like.
I want to. Can I super like her for you?
I want to press the button.
But
Is that would the super like do anything?
I think it notified the person
it
or something.
lets them
Or
know.
like your picture would come up first when they open the app or
Yeah.
something like that.
I would assume that they would be like, ew,
Yeah.
this guy like super likes
I
me. don't
know,
wanna
but you know
do
what?
it."
Girls are weird. Girls are weird. They like that.
Really?
Yeah.
they like the
that.
super like.
No, they like
thing?
the idea that you like them more than others. Unless you're like butt ugly, they would be offended and they would be depressed.
I think everything is dependent on how attractive
Yes.
they think you
Yeah.
are. Like if you do
For
something
sure.
that they think you're ugly, if you do something, they'll think it's creepy.
Yes.
But if you're
Yeah.
attractive, they'll be like, "That's really sweet."
That's actually such a
That's
good
so
point.
true.
Oh, but I hated it when you're like swiping and then you accidentally super like someone. You're like, I used my super
I
like.
haven't-
Is that can that happen? You can accidentally.
Yeah,
do it?
I've
because
done
you're like
up.
swiping
Oh.
up, like instead of swiping across or whatever.
God, it's so complicated now.
I've done that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
more than
like,
two
I
directions?
want to
Yeah.
take it back. I wish there's like a rewind.
Yeah, can you super
button.
unlike someone? That'd be really
Yeah.
funny.
Oh my
wish,
god.
I
Be like,
wish.
just
How
die.
demoralizing.
I've done that with someone that I knew, like a friend.
That's
And
always
You
awkward.
super
I didn't mean-
unliked them.
wish I could, but you can't like. Also, like after the fact, you can't be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
accidentally super liked you," because then they'd
So
be like,
awkward.
But I guess you can fall back on the sort of like bit of like, oh, ha ha, we're friends, like, I like,
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
yeah.
I don't know, because I accidentally liked someone who was like someone I saw at Southside a lot, and I was like, I really hope, I hope that, but it came up
Yeah.
very like directly. She was like, "Hey, I saw you on Tinder," and I was like, "Oh God, no! How do I?" So I was just like, "Yeah, haha, it's always funny to see someone that you know," but it was completely accidental. Like I would have burned my phone otherwise. And it was a
That's
very
irrational.
awkward, it was a very awkward
Yeah.
conversation because it
Yeah.
was like the tone of the conversation turned very quickly from like friendly to like, so what are you doing later? And I was just like,
Oh no.
going home and jacking off and going to bed by myself. I don't need help. No, I don't need any help.
"Oh my god." Yikes.
But so dating is on pause for now, we'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm like also about to turn 40.
No.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I
Next
knew
year,
that you were
next year.
older than me, but
Yeah,
you're
well,
not.
me and Sue are the same age, so
Oh my God.
I feel like even if someone is trying to introduce somebody to me, I feel like they could like that's why I brought the age thing. It's like, you might be too young, and then like I don't want to date a
But you-
50-year-old
Do you
either.
feel like you're less
Like,
flexible as you get older, like to wanna like compromise for someone else? Like, because everyone's gonna have some differences from you, like
Right.
some things
Yeah,
that
totally.
you would have to compromise to be in a
Right.
relationship with them. Do you feel like more resistant to that as you've gotten older, or
yeah,
not really?
I don't know. Maybe like because you get older, you just end up turning into like a gold digger.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You get more
right?
entrenched in what
Yeah.
you like
Yeah.
and less flexible.
I feel like it's because we are more confident in like who we are and also like what we want.
Totally.
Like,
Which is really important, actually. I feel like if you don't know who you are or what you like, then you're not going to be a great partner, right?
Right.
Obviously, I say that with like tongue in cheek because there are exceptions to that, but it's super important to like be solid and have done the work and like figured yourself out. But with that said, yeah, I 100% believe that as you get older and more, just entrenched in habits, for example, it's going to be less. It's going to be a lot harder to let someone into your life that disrupts those habits and those preferences. I mean, something that Jay and I talk about quite a bit is she has her own habits that are very ingrained into her. And then I'll be like, I never did it that way. I did it my way. And then it'll be like this weird thing of like, well, whose rules are we going to abide by?
I feel like I've experienced that, but with like the most mundane things, like how to fold a shirt.
Yes.
Like my
Very
husband
mundane.
wants his shirt to be folded in this way that for me is just it's impractical. It takes too long. It looks beautiful. Like he worked in a skate shop, so like, you know, it looks really nice. And I'm like, you know, we're just doing folding in half, folding in half again.
Sure.
Like, that works for me.
It's always about the most mundane things. It's
Just like,
exactly. But one thing that helped me kind of learn to let go of those was basically asking myself, what the fuck do I know? You know, I only learned these things because my mom did it that way, or like whatever. I don't really know that there's a correct way to do X, Y, Z.
Right.
And so we kind of tend now to approach things more from like, here's how I would do it. Here's how you can do it. And we try not to fight about it. Although we definitely did fight about a lot of stupid stuff, frankly. Just like unforeseeably stupid things.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's healthy and normal.
Yeah.
I think,
and I am glad that we have the flexibility to like accept those changes, but I can see as you get older being like, no, I like the way I do things.
But I think it's both at the same time. Like I feel like there are certain things that I don't think that I would compromise on, but then on the other hand, there are other things that I feel like I'm more open to, because I feel like as you get older, you should try to keep experiencing like new things. And I feel like you can't do that if you're just like, well, I need it to be like this
you don't
way all
want
the
to stagnate
time.
as
Yeah.
a person. I do think like having a partner can like, because I don't know if you've seen that Alain de Botton like video of like Why You Will Marry the Wrong Person. Have you ever watched
like
that?
the philosopher? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, you have one of his books on your shelf.
I did.
Yeah.
I think Jan gave that to me.
Alan
But
Dubuton.
basically his whole thing is like, you're going to marry the wrong person because like everyone thinks that they do everything perfectly. They are not weird, or like nothing's wrong with them. But when you're in like, when you get married or when you have to live with someone, you realize like we all have our quirks, and like you kind of have to approach those relationships with a student teacher mindset. Like you're both a student, both a teacher. Like you're going to be challenged in some ways, but you don't want to be like resistant to that, or like, oh, you're not doing it the right way. Like I'm right and you're wrong.
Yeah.
But just like, oh, like, well, maybe this person does have something to teach me, or like I could improve from maybe taking a page out of their book, and vice versa. Also.
Yeah.
Very wise.
Read his book. On your shelf.
I don't even know where that book came from. Yeah, I do know he has one book called Something Anxiety, though, right?
I don't know. I haven't read a lot. I've read like one of his books. He has like a ton of
Yeah, he has
TED
a
Talks
ton.
and like speeches.
Yeah,
He has
yeah.
one about like anxiety from the news, like how we're not meant to like
Yeah.
know all this
All the sad
information,
bullshit.
and
I have
how
that one.
it gives
Then
us
it's
really.
called The News, and then the most famous one is like Architecture of Happiness or something.
Architecture of
It's like in
Happiness.
500 Days of Summer. I think it's like
Wow.
the book that he reads.
We're really jumping around with the references right now.
Chronically online. What can I say?
Let's talk about rock climbing a little bit more.
Circle back.
Well, I did want to say on the outline. So I got into rock climbing a few years ago because it was like my New Year's resolution to go rock climbing. I think I went a total of 8 times in 2 years. So that resolution's closed.
Yeah, you did
pretty
it.
good.
You just
Yeah,
said
but
to
you-
go
yeah.
rock climbing, not to like do
Thank
it
you,
every
Kelly.
week.
Thank you. That's
8
a very
times is
optimistic way to look at it.
pretty
Jeez.
But I'm trying to wonder for this year, are there any new exercises we can get into? Any new activities?
Like any activity or
Any
like
activity.
an exercise.
I mean, any activity can be exercise if you like try hard enough, I guess, or are weird enough. But
You just mean like, are there any activities you want to get into in the
just
new
like
year?
something new and like chill. Let's just chill.
Okay.
I wanna get into pickleball because I want to see
Oh my
what
God.
what the
So
hype is
American.
about. I guess.
Everyone in America is like,
Yeah, all my friends are obsessed
Yeah.
with
Do they
it.
have
I've been to weddings where
pickleball?
they all have like, it's a normal thing now. Like the day before, it's like, we're going to do pickleball. Everyone who came early for the wedding, there's
my
going to be a
God.
pickleball tournament. It's actually pretty fun
I've
because
heard
it's
it's
easy to
fun.
pick up, but it's
Yeah.
just funny how universal it is.
I mean, our friend Sam, who lives in LA, visits quite often, and every time he's here, he's like, "Yo, did you hear that? Like, Coex has a pickleball court. We should go." Like, I guess because he's from LA and that's what you guys do. Or you guys, I mean,
They guys do. Well, I think the allure of pickleball is that it's way more accessible than tennis. Like people who are not as physically fit or maybe getting on the older side, they
people
can
who are pickling can play pickleball.
exactly.
Gotcha.
They can engage in it, but I'm surprised that they have it in Korea. I'm sure it's fucking impossible to get a spot to actually
I would
play.
believe that, yeah.
And I will just say, fuck pickleball.
Whoa.
Wow.
Let's make tennis happen. This is just me trying to make tennis happen
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've been wanting to play tennis for ever since I've came here.
Did you play
Korea.
You
back
just
in
need
the
one
day?
person. You just
Yeah,
need one
I
other
see
person
I
who's
do.
into it.
I need one person. I have 2 rackets.
Too bad my friend is pregnant, but she used to play up until college as well. She's pretty good.
But do you need like someone who's on a similar, like what level of tennis are
Yeah.
you?
I'm not great. But I have had a ex-girlfriend who I went to a tennis court with and was like, "Oh, this is going to be really fun." And yeah, it wasn't fun because it's just like
lot of running.
it's like taking Chloe skiing. You're like you got to go on the bunny slopes and then just be like,
Gotta learn.
Okay.
Oh, so she was too beginner or
Yeah.
you were, okay.
Yeah.
So you need someone who's like intermediate. Like
Yeah.
they played tennis in middle school or something.
Right. Someone who
think-
like knows how to volley.
I think
obviously.
basically if you know the rules of tennis, if you know what love 40 is, then that's
Or
well,
do-
Love 40 is what's in the cards for Crystal next year.
Jesus.
High five.
Hey yo.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Wow.
Nice.
That was pretty
I like
smooth.
that.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, but I'm kidding a little bit. I actually enjoy pickleball. Like
Okay.
if I had the opportunity to play, I'd
The
play all
lesser
the time.
sport.
Yeah.
Well,
The
I know
lesser
I know what
tennis.
you mean about having to like. When I go, I don't know if you go skateboarding with your husband, but I'm sure like when
No.
you guys dated, maybe once you were like, maybe I'll go with you to the skate park. I don't know.
No.
Really?
I like stood on a skateboard. I'm just like, it's not, I think we very much have our own things. Like there's stuff we do together, but like skateboarding, that's like his thing. And like, if I'm around, but I'm not like, let me go on this skateboarding
Okay,
mission with
cool.
you and your friends.
I see.
like,
I see. No,
know?
just because like Jayan's similar to you, like she will follow me to the park and read basically while I skate, and sometimes she'll like take a video covertly, even though I beg her not to watch me at all. But I've dated girls in the past, obviously, who are like, I want to try, like hold my hand, like am I? And maybe on the first date, I'm like, this is kind of cute. And then after like the 3rd month, I'm like, you need to get off my skateboard and give it back to me. And then also like leave the skate park.
Yeah.
Like you're embarrassing. You're embarrassing me. You know?
well, you like don't want to do it as like a little date activity every time.
Never.
You probably want to like do your
Never.
own thing.
Yeah.
And like it is kind of like cute, I guess, to like hold their waist and like, oh, don't. But then at a certain point, you're like, I don't even care. I don't care about.
Oh my God.
I don't even care about the cuteness of this activity. I just want to skate.
All over already.
Yeah.
Why don't you?
I like that you guys have your own things because I think that's really important.
I think
It
we're pretty
is.
independent. Like,
Yeah.
we already live together, like spend a lot of
Yeah,
time together. We don't need to,
exactly.
and we like, so we both work, we have a studio. We like both work in together because we're both freelancers. So it's like, you don't need to spend every minute of the day together. Like I have my own friends. He has his own friends. We like have friends that we hang out with together sometimes, but I like having my own
Yeah.
time. We're not one of those couples that has to do everything together, which I like.
Yeah.
Duly noted. I don't know what that means.
Different strokes for
Jan just
different
gave me.
folks.
She gave me the lemur stare.
Actually, there is something I want to get into, but I'm like, I never had the time because I feel like you have to do it with other people is badminton.
Oh,
down.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you a big no on that
Why
because
not?
badminton for me, I don't know. I guess I'm like kind of still racist because growing up, all the nerdy Asian kids played badminton in my school, and I just was like, badminton
You
is
don't want to associate.
yeah, I don't know. There was part of me that was like, it's so easy. And
Is
it's,
it?
Well, it seemed easy when in PE class, right? Be
Okay.
like, all right, badminton time. And everyone's just like, this is fucking easy. The shuttlecock doesn't fucking ever hit the ground. Like, it's easier. And so I would always like kind of roast the Asian kids. And they were all Asian. All like our badminton players were like Chinese or Korean. But I'm trying to unlearn those things. So
You're
for
biased
that,
against
yeah,
badminton.
for that reason, I'll go to the badminton court with you.
Okay.
But just once.
Oh, only once.
Yeah, she's guilted you
Actually,
somehow
our new
unintentionally into
apartment
it.
complex we're moving into next year has like we're surrounded by badminton courts.
Oh,
really?
nice.
We have like 3 badminton
Yes.
courts around our
Oh,
building,
cool.
so
Go.
we can get into it.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's actually I don't like doing it alone because doing it alone is really hard.
You have to run back and forth.
Yeah, literally, it's so hard. Have you seen like the matches like on TV? It's like exhausting.
Wait, do they really do that? They try to hit it back and forth?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Truly. Like,
Oh, do you mean like no? Not I don't mean like as a single person. I mean like just 1v1.
1v1, yeah.
But doubles.
Yeah, I was like,
no, because
you're
I'm
running back
imagining,
and forth.
yeah, you're,
That actually is way better.
That'd
It
be
makes me like the
hilarious.
sport a little bit more.
Yeah.
If that's what you do.
yeah.
But similar to like doubles tennis, it's like it's really fun to do with somebody like a partner.
Yeah.
And it can get intense. Like you don't want to.
No, I've watched videos, especially during the last Olympic Games. I caught it on TV. And yeah, it's way more intense than I ever thought. But yeah, okay, I'm down. Badminton.
It's fun.
Okay.
I like it.
I was thinking extreme pogo-sticking.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
well, only because this like skateboard channel I follow decided to take an extreme pogo sticker to all the famous skate spots
Is it
in New York.
Jenkem or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was just like, damn, this pogo sticker is fucking doing some gnarly gaps, which I can't even fathom on a pogo stick, and he's just like clearing like a subway gap. Like it's insane. It's insane.
Wow.
So I was kind of like inspired a little bit.
Nice.
But also imagine like eating shit on a pogo stick.
That sounds so gnarly.
so gnarly.
Because you're like all your points of contact are engaged, so like when you fall on your face,
Yeah,
you might
yeah.
really. Fuck
That's why like
yourself up.
BMXing and pogo sticking now are like the scariest extreme sports to me. Because at least with skateboarding, you can kick the board out.
Are you locked in, or you're like strapped in for pogo stick?
No.
Can you imagine? Strap
know,
my
right?
arms into the post.
No, you're free balling
Well,
it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
then I'm thinking, well,
You can't always ditch the pogo stick.
Yeah.
but I guess you're very high in the
High
air.
up,
And if your
so
feet
you,
like miss the
True.
pegs and you just like crunch your kneecaps.
Oh,
Although that
God.
does happen in skateboarding, but still with pogo, it just
Oh my
feels
God.
like worse.
Because you're bouncing really high,
Yeah.
so it's like I don't know, you're not just
I
rolling
hate
around.
fail videos. They hurt.
They hurt
Yeah.
me. They actually
Yeah,
hurt
you feel.
my nuts. Is that weird?
Oh.
When I see someone not even getting hit in the nuts, if I see someone like getting injured really bad, I feel it in my nuts. I don't know if that's just a me thing.
Well, I don't
I mean,
have
I
nuts,
feel it, but
so
not
I don't.
there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, do girls feel pain in their ovaries though? Sometimes when they like are empathizing with someone
No,
in pain.
I don't know about
No.
empathy.
That's
I
just
guess
called
like
period
ovulating.
pain.
Oh yeah.
No, but I do when I see somebody get hurt really badly, like scraping themselves. I guess it's just sort of visceral. Everybody has like some kind of visceral reaction.
Like you tense up
Yeah.
or something. You're like, ugh.
But I definitely feel it. Like I feel like old injuries. They kind of
Oh,
start
I
hurting
see, I
again or
see.
something.
We were
really
watching a movie last night, me and Jay, and in it, someone talks about slitting someone's throat, which those are the kinds of things I get squeamish about. Like some people like needles are like, no.
Right.
For me, it's always just knives near throats or wrists really give me like this. And the only way for me to feel better is to like scrunch up and like be like, no.
Like you're not gonna get my
protect the
neck.
neck.
Not my jugular. Yeah, it's weird, but I feel it very viscerally, you know?
Yeah.
I think you need to work on another defensive stance because that's not
No. Like this. No. Mr. Michael Myers, no.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we're
Oh,
rewatching
no.
some pretty good scary movies.
Do you like horror or gore?
Love it.
Okay.
I do like gore. It's weird.
Oh.
Like body horror doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Like really graphic slasher horror, unless it's like what we just talked about. Like that
Yeah.
stuff makes me squeamish. But like someone getting stabbed, I don't really care. You
Okay.
know, like. But I do like horror. It's funny that during our wedding vows, Jaehyun promised that she was going to watch horror with me every day of October until we die. And
Every
then-
day of October.
Every day October.
That's a lot of.
It's called
horror movies.
It's called Shocktober, and
Okay.
it's a big deal in my family. And then this year we watched like 4 horror movies. But I wasn't
One
in
a
the mood
week,
this year.
yeah.
Like one a week, exactly.
Okay.
But
Also, she was pregnant and
Yeah.
didn't want
and the
to.
doctor said
Get
only
stressed.
beautiful
Yeah.
images for the beautiful baby.
Yeah. I remember we talked about it in an episode, but we couldn't reveal that she was pregnant quite yet.
Ah.
And so,
Remember when back in the day when her being pregnant was a secret? What was that, babe?
Thank you, Jay.
I did like as soon as I got the okay to tell people we were pregnant, I was like messaging everyone.
everybody.
We're pregnant.
It's
Crazy. It's crazy. Dude, now even my dentist knows. and she was
Your
like,
dentist knows.
she was like so happy for
Oh,
us.
it's so cute.
Yeah,
It's
it is really
Did
cute.
you tell her when she was like working on your teeth?
And I was like,
Oh, going to the dentist is so funny.
I'm doing that
You
on
can't
Monday.
talk. Also, getting your temirod. Do you guys do
it's
that?
been so long for me.
It's so.
How do
it's
do you
so-
ask people? Like,
I
are you
asked
just like
Aaron the other
"Please?"
day, and he was so kind. Yeah. No.
You just got naked and laid down this table.
Like, I don't know how it works on the guy's
On the guy side,
Yeah.
it's pretty normal. It's always
Yeah.
normal. It's always a guy, first of all. It's always a dude,
Of course.
right?
Yeah.
And it's always like a strong dude.
Well, I got it for the first time last week. I went to a jjimjeolbang and I got my temirod because I feel like I needed to like exfoliate my fucking body.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're just laying like naked in front of like the entire sauna spa area where people are just chilling in a hot tub.
Yeah.
And then you're
They're
just like
kind of turned. They're not turned towards you though. You're in your own little corner.
True.
It's true.
But
Although-
What's the,
but
attire,
although-
what's the attire on the men's side? Because a lot of times the old, like the ajumas wear like sometimes they wear like lingerie. It's like kind
I've
of
heard this.
interesting.
I've heard this.
That'll be like lacy.
I've heard
yeah,
it too. I've heard
I've
it
heard
too.
this.
I think that's just like I don't know. I don't know why.
It's like so
Yeah.
unnecessary.
It's kind of
Yeah.
And it
unnecessary.
also makes me so jealous of the girls section. I'm like, I want to
it's
get
like-
demiroed by someone in lingerie.
But it's
That
like
sounds fun.
a really like old.
I know,
like,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like lacy.
So she's a little saggy, you know.
Yeah.
But she's having a good time. She's feeling herself, maybe. I don't know.
I didn't know you laid down. Like, in my mind, I was picturing, like, because you know they have the little stools. You're like sitting down and
Oh,
then just like.
They gotta be
Yeah,
able to
that's
like
what
move
I-
your legs and
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're like definitely like, it's almost like you're getting a massage, but you're just getting
Oh.
like literally
Yeah.
rubbed down by a man.
So how was your? You went recently. You said.
Yeah. It was good. It was a little painful.
Yes, it should be
Oh, yeah.
painful.
Yeah, but it was good. I felt pretty refreshed afterwards.
You look clean.
Yeah.
do you notice a difference? Like,
I'm wearing all long sleeves. He didn't scrub my face, but yeah, it was good.
Nice.
I want to do it like once a year, I think. Yeah.
I feel like
Just let it build up.
I feel like getting like demiro should actually be like a once a month thing when you think about it, though, right?
Damn. Okay.
Shouldn't it though?
You
Like
can
sorry,
just get the
right?
thing in
Yeah.
the. I mean, you
Yeah.
probably can't reach everywhere, but you can
Yeah.
get that mitt
For sure, the
your
mitt,
shower.
yeah.
No,
I mean,
for
it's very
sure.
effective.
But
Yeah,
that's the
for
thing
sure.
is like, because I'll do myself, but you can't get like the
back.
back area.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was
Hey.
like, yeah.
get married.
Yeah.
Hey.
or get the long
Lotion,
one.
scrubs, everything, all the
Or you could like,
hard to reach places.
like you know, cats
I'd rather-
or
yeah.
dogs have like a scratching
Scratching
post. You
post.
can kind of like get one of those right
Oh,
in the
yeah.
shower. Just like rub up
Wait,
against
Kelly,
it.
you might
Yeah.
be onto like
An invention.
a $10,000 idea. Yeah. Hello, sharks.
Or like the loofah on the stick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Classic.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
let's not. We don't need technology.
We don't need an old man.
Yeah, we don't need.
I like the idea though of the ceremony of going to Jimjilbang and then getting like going up to the old man and being like, me next. You know, like
Yeah.
there's something just
You
it's like
rub me
super
next,
embarrassing.
please.
Yeah.
It's super embarrassing, but like it's like you're an adult and you want to get clean. Like
Just gotta
Yeah.
be nonchalant.
Gotta
Like
be nonchalant.
I mean, if you do it all the time, you gotta adopt that attitude of like, I do this every week.
I do this
You know,
every
I mean,
week.
I was
It's
so
not, this
Until
isn't
you-
my first time. I'm not
in a whole
virgin.
year. I do this once a year,
Yeah.
sir.
I loved it. I think I just needed a little bit of a refresh for
Yeah.
the year.
The new
So-
year.
Which
Yeah.
New
Jimjilbang?
skin.
Did you go to like Dragon Spa or would
No,
you go?
I found one in Dongdaemun. They have one over there. That's
Love
not
it.
as nice as the one in Busan, but
Can you imagine?
Spaland.
Gotta go
Spaland.
all the way to
Yeah, yeah,
Busan.
Busan. Why did I bring up
Your New
getting
Year's
rubbed
activity.
down by a
Why don't, you
man?
tell, why don't you tell us why you brought this subject? Because clearly you had something to tell us about.
there is no.
This is about
So
your
anyway, I'm
resolution.
engaged, guys. Does anyone? Okay, so non sequitur, but we should get to it. We did talk about this last week and the week before, but since you guys are our guests today, are there any any New Year's resolutions or things you're looking forward to this year? Things you want to do more of? For instance, like volunteering. Love volunteering. I haven't done it since like 2022. I did like a delivering briquette coals to like poor people, but it was so fun, very rewarding. Just like after I did it, I was like, I should do this once a month. Like volunteering is really clutch. So I do want to get back into it, but I'm curious about you guys. Is there anything that you want to get into this year?
I feel like, okay, so minus climbing, I feel like I always start something and I never finish stuff. So things like knitting or like just general things. So I feel like this year I want to try to, whenever I set a goal, I just want to be able to like finish it, regardless of how good it turns out or not.
Maybe like a
successful.
project, like finish a project.
Yeah.
Like a creative project?
Yeah, anything. Like whether it be like photography or I'm trying to knit this scarf thing.
You're always with the camera and you're almost going to press the button,
Yeah,
but
you're like,
you're like,
no, I can't finish what I started.
Yeah. Something like that.
You are a photographer. I always forget. Visual Archive. That's
Yes.
her Instagram, Visual Archive.
I remember last Christmas time you took some photos and posted them. They're cool.
I remember that too.
Well, you were kind of faded, I thought.
So faded.
In the photos?
No, I was faded.
No, in the photos. In the photos.
Okay.
Yeah, in the photos.
Generally, or
Yeah. So maybe more photo stuff though. Like if you guys need any headshots or portraits or something.
yeah, I was telling her
like,
she should just do like headshots or portraits on film or something, because people always want like a nice picture of themselves.
Totally.
It's like
Yeah.
a little treat.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen like the stuff online of like a guy on a subway just taking a photo of someone and printing it out and handing it to them, which is like obviously staged, I assume, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But how good is your Photoshop skill? Because I
I
feel
know
like that matters.
But that's the part where I'm like, you can Photoshop yourself.
I feel like film, if you do it on film
Yeah.
too, film is kind of forgiving. Like there's
Yeah.
like a blur or like a
Yeah.
natural filter on it.
Yeah, naturally, like
Things are a little blown out.
True,
You're not seeing all
true.
those fine lines
True.
or like.
Yeah.
I mean, you did
pores.
carry around a Polaroid. I remember last year at Jay's birthday, you had a Polaroid.
Yeah.
That was awesome. You should just do the Polaroid thing.
I still do the Polaroid thing, but I think there's something a little bit more, at least for me, more satisfying when I take nice photos on film. Polaroids, I feel like it's a good party kind of like favor.
Yeah, totally.
And people like that, and I like doing that as well. But something about film, I want to just do more of that. I feel like.
I have an idea for you.
For sure.
It's a photo essay, but actually, wait, I'm ripping this off. I was like, this is brilliant. And I was like, I just realized I saw this on the internet and I'm ripping this off. But the idea is like, basically you take a photo of someone progressively throughout the night of different people. And like, as they get more fucked up, their expressions change. But I 100% saw this
Oh yeah,
online.
that's like a trend.
Yeah. So never mind. But also,
No, but do it.
Steal that
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Steal that idea.
Or like shape it into your own idea.
Yeah.
Maybe not being drunk, or maybe getting faded or something.
I've seen photographers do like a bunch of things like
Intoxicated in
this
different
one,
ways.
getting faded. This one
Watching a
photographer
sad
did a
movie.
series where
Oh,
he would say
Ooh,
to
I like
them,
that. I like that.
"You're beautiful," like right after he took the first photo.
Oh, yes, I've
and like
seen
their
that.
smiles was like whatever.
That actually,
and then
You
you're
do
like,
one where
you're
you
creepy,
bust out a
dude.
puppy.
Stop saying that.
So you
Yeah.
take a photo and then you're like, "Hold this," and you're like, you go viral with that, dude, for sure. Hold this dog,
dude.
Yeah.
Where's
No,
your perpetual puppy?
Here's the thing. Here's what you got to
your
do.
pocket puppy.
You
Pocket puppy.
take pictures of me every 15 minutes, every 10 minutes while I watch an episode of Ungda Para Par Par.
and he just cries.
Just tears.
No, I have a better
More
idea.
tears.
You take photos of Jay every 15 minutes until he needs a demiro.
he's like, oh.
Just like 15,000 photos later, you're like, I think you should take a
probably
shower.
only take like 4 photos and then
Right.
I'm ready to go.
There was this like I can't remember who it was, but there was a famous photographer. It just reminded me. He would take photos. I think of famous people, like actors that you might know, and he would say, "Okay, think about something that will make you cry, some sad moment," and they won't tell him what it is, but he always gets them crying.
Damn.
Like yeah,
Can,
seems pretty
can
deep.
any of y'all cry on command?
I mean, I'm sure if all of us tried hard enough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably why it worked too. Because if he's the guy known for making people cry, and you go and you're like, you can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, that's on you.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I think I could.
Yeah.
If I tried.
I think
yeah.
I
If it was like a
I
challenge.
Yeah.
had to listen to music. I feel like music.
no
makes
music
me-
allowed.
Just
we all know.
your
You could imagine music in
brain,
your
your
mind.
I know.
thoughts.
You're just
Yeah.
singing Oasis to yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, that would
Some
make me
Elliott Smith.
cry in a
just
different
Elliott
way.
Yeah.
What about you, Kelly? Any
Like
New Year's
activities?
resolutions or activities?
I feel like, so I have like projects because I am an illustrator and I like make zines and books and stuff like that. I have some projects like that, but I don't know if they're really like resolutions. I feel like the resolutions I have are more like really like simple lifestyle change kind of stuff. So I got like an Apple Watch and I'm like, okay, I want to walk around more. Like
how many steps are you trying to get per day?
trying to get like 10 to 15,000.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
that's
like basically whenever I can walk somewhere, I'll just like, because I walk to yoga or I could walk to the climbing gym. Like I could take a bus, especially when it's cold. It's like harder to, but I feel like just having the like little step counter thing does make it more motivating.
Yeah,
So
totally.
I definitely feel like it helps me.
how many
like,
steps are you at today?
I don't know.
I
Also,
love
it
how-
was like running low on battery. It was like,
No, I love how you're
these
like, can
steps
you
aren't gonna
charge this
count.
so I can monitor my steps?
I was like, these steps aren't going to get counted.
That's like, no, literally, Jahan will say something similar. She'll be like, fuck, I forgot my watch. And we're walking around all day today. I'm
It's
like,
gonna shame
what
me
a waste
later. Like,
of
so you
walking.
didn't meet your activity goal. You still have time. It's like, I did this already.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
so simple stuff like that. Or also, I'm trying to read. Well, I don't even know if it's I'm trying to read more this year. I have gradually been reading more the last year. Like, not a ton. I think last year I read 17 books or something like that. And then this year I've had a Goodreads for the last like year and a half. So I was like, oh, I'll set a goal because it always asks you. So I just set like a 50 book goal.
Wow.
And I've read like 4.5 books so far. So I feel
What?
like it's
Wow,
working.
it's only been
Insane.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I sprinkled in some like shorter ones in there,
Yeah.
made it a lot
a few,
easier.
A few
Yeah.
Berenstain Bear books.
Yeah, a few like
good measure.
120 page,
Yeah.
like,
Picture books.
and then like
Oh.
some
Picture
are
books.
like
Cheater.
600 page.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
So
good.
it's like kind of balances out, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
to read 50, 600 page books, but
Yeah.
like you
No,
know,
for sure.
For sure.
Can you imagine
Oh, that's
reading
good.
like 10 middle marches?
Okay, can we just talk about Middlemarch real quick?
Yeah, she's told me a little bit about it.
Yeah.
So you guys,
first
that's
of all,
your
Kelly,
book club
you need to
book,
join
right?
the book club and
Am
read
I
it with us.
am I invited?
Of course. Of course.
I want to crash your book club.
I fucking crushed the first 12 chapters, man.
Oh my God.
I want to
So
just finish it. I
That's
just
the
want
thing. Is that hard? Because you have to pay. You're trying to read this in the whole year, so is it hard to pace yourself? Because I feel like once you're on a roll, it's hard to stop.
It is.
Reading.
I want to bring it up at our book club to be like,
Okay.
can we just accelerate the timetable? Because as intimidating as the book is, now that I'm into it, like I actually give a shit what the fuck happens. I want to keep reading.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm like at a
that's good,
really
though.
good. I was telling Jay, and I'm like, oh my God, babe. This girl is totally marrying the wrong guy. And like, and I'm reading, I'm like, oh my God, she's starting to learn how much of a mistake she made. And I just want to
Yeah.
get to like the juicy drama. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm really liking it. I want to just go ahead and finish it because I also have, there's
So
like
many
so
other
many
ones.
books that I want to read. Like,
Yeah, you have a whole shelf.
so this is the shelf of books I want to read this quarter. Yeah, I mean, I know that like certain books will be easy. I think James will be an easy read. I think Rejection
Yeah.
will be
Intermezzo is easy, but not enjoyable.
Not the
not
best.
good.
Oh,
It's not
really?
good.
Yeah.
Well, also,
She hasn't published
I
anything
don't
that great
love-
since Normal People.
Even Normal People, you know,
I
the
think-
Black Mark Against Normal People is the series was better than her book.
Yeah.
Which
That's what
I
everyone
think is
says. I
a
never watched
I
it.
think that's
Oh.
a bad sign.
No.
when the cinematic
Because
release.
usually
Jay, do you
I
like
feel
crying?
like the book should
I love crying.
has
Okay,
like subtext or
normal
something.
people.
I'm like, wow, I'm getting so much more like even in the reading between the lines, like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting more because of how it's written. And I really didn't. I
Yeah.
was like, this TV series did more
Sure.
with this. So
Rooney is
I
a
didn't
weird writer
realize.
that way.
Oh.
She writes. I mean, I like that though, but she writes so directly. It's like reading a script. You know what I mean?
yeah,
With like,
I mean, I
Okay.
think most of her books the ones I've read, I've given like 3, and then this one I gave 2.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, why can't you put quotes?
I know.
I'm
Well, she's
just like-
Irish. The Irish
That's
writers,
okay.
like most of them, are kind of like that.
Yeah.
they're
That
all
doesn't bother
influenced
me
by
too much.
Beckett and
But
shit.
if you want to cry, you should watch Normal People. Like
The show?
Yeah, the show.
The show is really good.
It's really
I like
depressing.
Paul Mescal.
Yeah.
He's
Mescal?
Mescal. He's really handsome.
Can a illiterate person share a book with you illiterate people? So
Wait, so you're illiterate and we are illiterate?
no,
With us, literate.
with you literate
Oh, yeah,
people. My sister recommended me this book that just came out last week called Home Seeking by oh shit, I forgot her name. Can you look it up real quick? It just came out on Penguin Books
By
but-
Carissa Chen.
Carissa Chen.
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Okay.
and it's like it's
Historical fiction. Cool.
Yeah, it's like it follows childhood sweethearts throughout like a 60-year period and like how their lives like intertwined during this time. Solid.
Okay.
Did you finish it recently?
I just started on Monday. I'm like about 30% through.
It was a Good Morning America book club pick.
Ooh.
So I
So
guess
it's
we've come a
gotta be
long way from
amazing.
Oprah's book club.
Yeah, but
This one's a Spotify. This is a Chipotle book pick of the month.
Oh no.
it's a crier if you like that. Well,
Crying is good.
I
Crying is
feel
good.
like I can get teared up easily reading a book, especially if it's about like family
Yeah,
or
for
something.
sure.
Like,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I find these days I tear up more watching movies, but I think it's like I said, it's music that makes me kind of teary eyed.
Sure.
I feel like I get
Really?
really emotional with music.
What are you listening to right now that could like trigger a tear?
Oh well, I mean Elliott Smith, anything.
Wow.
It's very
Classic.
emo,
Classic.
classic.
He lives on.
I mean, he lives on
Through our
does.
tears.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of being sad and then letting the music unlock the
Yeah.
tears, you
Yeah.
know? Because
Would
sometimes all
you-
you need is a little nudge.
would you ever
Yeah.
be sad and then be like, I need to like enhance the sadness with like some sad? So that's
So-
what you mean.
wait,
like,
so
you're like,
Jahan-
okay, let me get this
Jahan
album
like jokes
going.
about this, but this is 100% true. There would be nights after I would drink when we were dating before we got married, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm like feeling really emo," and she'd be like, "Okay," and I will come home. And she'll find me the next day, my phone like still playing like an Oasis playlist on loop. And I'll have sat there and I would have cried for like 30 minutes. I will be crying being like, this is awesome. And I'll choose every sad song that ever made me sad in my life.
Do you
And
have a playlist at this point?
yeah, it's kind of like there's a little Third Eye Blind in there. There's some like Neutral Milk Hotel. There's like just random songs that when I was young really made me feel something. And I love it because that's such a, for me, crying is a great feeling. I don't necessarily think it's a bad
Catharsis.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so
Catharsis.
cathartic.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely a
But
release.
It's happened enough times. I should be like, did you just listen to like Coldplay all night? I'm like, my eyes are so puffy. I'm like, what are you talking about, babe?
Yeah, weirdly, I've cried. I think way more in my life listening to Yujaha,
Yeah.
Oh,
which is
God,
like Korean
yeah.
lyrics that I can barely understand.
Yeah.
Versus listening to Elliott Smith, who I've listened to for hours.
It's
and
hard to
hours
cry
and
to Elliott
hours.
Smith though because it sounds like he's whispering at you. You know, are you sad? Like that's my impression of him. You know, don't you ever want to just cry? Which is like not as like oomphy as like you know.
He has some like umphy songs.
Does
No,
he?
of course.
Yeah,
No,
Figure
Name
Eight
one,
is-
name one.
Figure Eight, Baby Britain.
Oh,
Yeah, Baby
Figure
Britain.
Eight.
Baby
for
Britain.
Sure.
Figure-
Yeah.
Baby Britain, I don't know, but Figure Eight, it's got a little bit of a waltz to it. It's got a waltz.
Southern Belle.
Southern Belle. Southern Belle is an angry song
Yeah,
to
angry.
me.
I guess
Yeah.
I only think of Needle in the Hay.
So I think maybe a lot of his songs to me are angry
Angsty?
songs.
Yeah. I
And
can see that.
He kind of looked angry. I don't know anything about his biography, but I'm just saying, like, his actual photo, he looked like the kind of guy who played in jazz band and never washed his hair, you know, just and was mad all the time.
well, probably true, but he's
Okay,
very
but like, what if you listen to
goofy.
like Interstellar OST, like those? I don't know how to describe it, like atmospheric,
Hans
Like
Zimmerman.
ambient.
kind of. Yeah.
I don't know if
No,
I
for
listen
sure.
to.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't listen to soundtracks anymore. I used to back in high school. I think
Not
like
a
Amelie soundtrack. You know, like some
like
big
that.
movies
Yeah,
were
yeah,
big.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would like maybe listen to that once, but I wouldn't be like, oh, gotta listen to the soundtrack
Yeah.
again today.
Track number
like,
4
I
on
feel like I would always
Amelie.
get more into like an album by like a musical artist.
Yeah.
But, like soundtracks, I would never buy an LP of a soundtrack.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
That's true. I would probably veer away from soundtracks, and if I really liked a song, I would just go for that album.
Yeah.
Well, like on the flip side, I'd say like Garden State soundtrack was kind
Yeah.
of groundbreaking.
Yeah, yeah.
Groundbreaking. I would never buy a Thievery Corporation album. You know, I would never buy like a Frou Frou album, but I'll listen to the one
That's a
song
great
from.
point.
You know
That's
what
a
I
great
mean?
point. That's a
Because
great point.
that soundtrack changed my life for sure.
Okay, but the Twilight soundtracks,
Who's on it though?
Radiohead
Oh, that's cheap.
and Black Rebel Motorcycle.
That's so
Club,
cheap.
like-
That's so
Did a
cheap.
song
That's so
for
cheap.
fucking- wait, The Hunger Games is what you
no,
said?
Twilight.
Twilight.
No, they did not make a song. Twilight was
Bonnie
like
Bear,
no, they-
Bonnie Bear and Feist.
that makes me so mad.
Wow.
no, that,
The
but you
studio
know, wait.
execs were like, "Hey, what's the hottest radio?"
No, but you know
and
why,
Rainbows just
right?
came out.
Yeah.
No, you know why? The music supervisor was Alex Patsavas, and she did the soundtracks for the OC. And so she had this like
Phantom
working
Planet, great
relationship.
music.
Yeah,
She-
yeah.
she knew,
So like she's got good
Imogen
taste.
Heap.
Yeah.
Fucking Paul
Yes.
McCartney, maybe I'm amazed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like they took her and they're like, all right, Twilight.
Damn.
Let's
We should
go.
do. You know what? We should do a soundtrack episode. That can be fun.
Like, what would that consist of?
Soundtrack and scores.
Yeah, soundtrack.
Like,
and
guess the
scores.
soundtrack?
That's a good question,
Is
Kelly.
that
I
trivia?
have no idea. It would just be like in the soundtrack of your life. What would be like the
Oh, that's a good
Oh, that's
idea.
opening
good.
song?
Sounds
Yeah.
like you already have that kind of figured out with your
Yeah.
sad boy situation.
A lot of
Yeah.
Oasis.
But
apparently.
I would do if on the soundtrack of my life, I would start off on a really like high note. I would probably do like that song by Grateful Dead, "Driving That Train High on Cocaine." Casey Jones. That'd be my intro song of me just coming out of my mom's vagina, just crying. Like, you know,
Dot,
and
dot.
the credits are rolling in, and I'm just like, and then it'd be a montage of me growing up until I'm like 6.
Nice. Yeah, same.
And then Radiohead.
Then straight gotcha.
Do we want to get into news stories, guys? Do we have time?
I think we should wrap up. I think we should.
Jay's always telling me that it's time to wrap up.
All right. I mean, if you want to get into the
No, I'm
news
just joking.
stories,
We can save some of these news stories
One?
for later.
Just one?
Maybe
Yeah,
one.
yeah, one new.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's the most interesting one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the biggest one I think that's relevant. First of all, the Korean president got arrested today, which is
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
On the way
But
here.
that doesn't
Yeah.
even count. That doesn't even count because it happened like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
I would say the TikTok ban and how everyone is flocking to these
yeah.
new Chinese apps is kind of
I
a
mean,
big deal.
I just saw our friend Andy was like, all right, nice knowing you. And then he's already made the
He already
move.
has 17 followers on ChineseWord.com.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
I forget.
Red
I think
Book or Red-
there's two. There's like
Box or
Red
something?
Book and
Right,
there's
Red
like
Book.
Mango
something.
8. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds like a cafe. But there's like two apps that are basically taking over market share.
Wow.
Which is like so stupid because why did we ban TikTok? Because they're maybe taking our data, right?
But then we're just gonna go to another
Right.
Chinese-owned
and
company
all,
or
like
whatever.
what
Singaporean.
What the
owned?
heck?
Yeah.
But maybe this is also our chance as a side dish podcast, like social media.
Get
to,
on
like-
that Red Book.
Oh.
Yeah,
Slash
get on
Mango.
it.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
for
should.
sure.
Now we have like
You guys have little clips and stuff.
we have a lot of clips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a single
Clip
one has gone
City.
viral, but we have
Yeah.
some decent clips. That might be the hottest news story that I've got. Also, teabags are found to have released billions of plastic particles per cup, but I feel like we knew that.
But I mean, plastics
There's
and
different
everything.
kind of tea bags too. There's like
Yeah.
aren't there like the papery ones and the ones that are that weird like shiny?
Yeah, like plasticky.
So
There's also the ones where your middle school friends do to you.
On Halo, when yeah, for sure. Thanks, Jay.
Bring it
I'm
back.
sorry.
Jay
Bring
just
it
got a
back.
temito, so he knows all about teabags.
wow.
I apologize.
All right. Well, I guess those are the big ones. We can call it. We can call it an episode there.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Side Dish Podcast. Catch us on Instagram at _the Side Dish. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And with that said, we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.